Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English news of Binh Phuoc radio, television station, and newspaper. I'm Ngọc Thủy presenting you top story as usual. Binh Phuoc speaks of popular investment disbursement. Binh Phuoc leaders attend reacting to senior citizens. Vietnamese residents meet with Japanese emperor in Tokyo. World Bank forecasts Vietnam's economy to expand 7.2% in 2022. Leaders of Binh Phuoc province took part in the recent online national conference on accelerating public investment disbursement as implementing three national target programs, chaired by Branch Minister Phạm Minh Chính.
Public investment disbursement remains low in the first 9 months of 2022, nearly 47% of the annual target. Only 2 agencies at the central level and 10 at the district level recorded disbursement rates of more than 70%. Prime Minister Truyền said the slow disbursement is primarily due to subjective reasons. He therefore suggested that ministries, sectors and localities take action in an active and effective manner for the sake of the people and in the spirit of completing all tasks. The government's leader also spoke highly of ministries, sectors and localities that have performed well in public investment disbursement and at the same time directed those that are lagging behind to learn from the experience and focus on the task, especially in implementation, to accelerate progress and complete the annual plan.
The People Council of Binh Phuoc province has visited and started greeting to elderly people in Binh Long Town on the occasion of the 32nd International Day for Older Persons.
The working delegation paid a visit to a 100-year-old and 5 90-year-old citizens in unloved wards of Binh Long Town. During the visit, Vice-Standing Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, Lê Hoàng Lâm, offered his best wishes to the elderly, hoping that they always in good health and live happily with their children. He expressed his wish that they will continue to be role models for their offspring and asked their descendants and local authorities to take care of them so they can live happily and healthily. On this occasion, Lâm also presented a greeting card from State President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc and gifts from the Provincial Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and the Provincial Vietnam Fatherland Fronts Committee, as well as cash to the elderly.
Implemented on the Branch Minister's Project 939 on supporting women-owned startups, the Women's Union in Trung Thanh District has launched a model aiming to stabilize prices of safe agricultural products.
Ms. Thao opened a store selling safe agricultural products in mid-2021. After more than a year, the store has become well known as it sells organic products grown by local farmers. It offers a diverse range of products each season. In the middle of 2021, Trung Thanh had only 12 stores, but the number selling from produce at stable prices has now risen to 24. In addition to supporting the consumption of products from startups, the stores also bolster women's engagement in production, thereby raising incomes and improving the quality of life of families in rural areas. The Women's Union in the district said the stores have helped members bolster production and given housewives access to safe agricultural products. As for consumers, they will always choose quality products at reasonable and stable prices with clear origin.
Now let's take a look at the sub-story around the country. President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc met with the Japanese Emperor Naruhito in Tokyo on September 28th. As part of his stay in the Northeast Asian country to attend the state funeral for former Branch Minister Abe Shinzo.
The Vietnamese leader expressed his deep condolences over the death of Abe. He highlighted the former Prime Minister's special sentiment, dedication, and efforts to promote the country's friendship. President Phuoc appreciated support from Japan, which was the first country to donate COVID-19 vaccine and medical supplies to Vietnam to help with pandemic response. He extended an invitation from Party General Secretary Binh Phuoc and himself to the Japanese Emperor and Empress to visit Vietnam on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of diplomatic ties in 2023. Expressing his delight at the thriving relations, Emperor Naruhito affirmed he attaches great importance to the Vietnam-Japan friendship and would do his utmost to contribute to bilateral ties. He also underlined the importance of enhancing mutual trust and understanding between two peoples through cultural and people-to-people exchanges, particularly in the year marking the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations.
France Minister Phạm Minh Chính ordered the prompt evaluation of losses caused by Typhoon Noru as immediate application as measures to overcome its consequences, support affected people and stabilize production and people's lives during a meeting on September 28th.
The Prime Minister underlined the need to get students in affected localities to return to school as soon as possible, make sure that no one has to suffer from hunger, cold, or has no place to live, and prevent diseases from breaking out after the storm. The government leader said that although Noru is a strong storm that landed at night, preparations against the storm were effective thanks to efforts of the administration at all levels and the community. According to the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment, to date there has been no report on human life loss. However, due to the circulation of the storm, high risks of flash flood and landslides are forecast in Quảng Trị, Thừa Thiên Huế, Quảng Nam, and Kon Tum provinces. At the meeting, Prime Minister Truyền asked the Ministry of Finance to provide aid in rice and cash to affected localities based on their demands to have locals settle down and resume production.
A forum, the governments of Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia promotes international cooperation and integration for green and sustainable development in the COVID-19 world, were held in a hybrid format on September 28th.
Women are not only subject to many negative impacts of global climate change, environmental pollution, diseases, especially the COVID-19 pandemic, but also active factors in environmental protection, climate change adaptations, and reduction of its impacts. However, the reality shows that the role of women in environmental protection, climate change adaptations, and economic development has not been fully recognized and promoted due to gender preconceptions. The forum, initiated by the Vietnam's Women's Union, offered a chance for the delegates to exchange experience and initiatives to promote the role of women in green and sustainable development and strengthen cooperation in this field. It was an important event among a series of activities to celebrate the Vietnam-Laos Friendship and Solidarity Year and the Vietnam-Cambodia Friendship Year 2022.
Vietnam's economy is expected to grow by 7.2% in 2022 on the back of a strong rebound in domestic demand and continued solid performance by export-oriented manufacturing, according to the World Bank in Asia and Pacific Economic Update, October 2022.
The economy rebounded strongly from COVID-19 related lockdowns in the third quarter of 2021, expanding by 6.4% in the first half of 2022, the report said. The World Bank attributed the rebound to a recovery of exports and the release of pent-up demand following the removal of COVID-19-related mobility restrictions and, more recently, the gradual return of foreign tourists. The World Bank also forecast that growth in the region is projected to decelerate from 7.2% in 2021 to 3.2% in 2022, which is about 2 percentage points slower than was expected in April 2022. Meanwhile, a writing published by the London-based Financial Times on September 26 described Vietnam as one of the 7 economic wonders of a worried world. It noted in periods of gloom like this one, when commentators see nothing but faults in most countries, it is worth highlighting the field that defy the prevailing pessimism. The 7 that stand out in the world tipping towards recession and higher inflation are Vietnam, Indonesia, India, Greece, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, and Japan. The writing said the least surprising name on the list is Vietnam. adding that by investing heavily in the infrastructure required of a manufacturing export power and opening its doors, Vietnam is growing at nearly 7%, the fastest pace in the world.
In order to conserve sea turtles, Con Đảo National Park in the southern province of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu has implemented a program of artificial turtle hatching. Nearly 123,000 baby turtles were hatched successfully and released into the sea in the first 9 months of the year.
According to the management board of Con Đảo National Park, the park's rangers had moved some 2,500 turtle broods to artificial hatches, of which more than 1,580 were then successfully incubated. The national park had attached e-cars to 402 mother turtles, which come to lay eggs in the Con Đảo beach. Besides, a number of other activities were also carried out by the park to ensure the success of the program, such as researching ecological characteristics of the sea turtles, protecting their nesting habitats and eggs, building egg hatches, and taking care of baby turtle before releasing them into the sea. There are some 18 beaches around the park where mother turtles usually come to lay eggs. The management board of the park said that every year more than 300 volunteers from different localities, as well as many foreign experts, come to join hands in its sea turtle conservation program.
That's all for today on Bình Phuoc Radio, television station and newspaper news. Once again, thanks for your watching and goodbye for now.